Hello y'all, welcome to part 11 of my Italy playthrough in Hearts of Iron 4. In part 10 we made big gains in Africa, and also we're now in a war with Japan and their faction because they declared war on our puppet, the Chinese Empire. And at this time our plan is to kick the French out of North Africa and then eventually maybe move all of our divisions up to the Netherlands and try to naval invade the United Kingdom, while the Germans fight the Japanese in Asia. So that's the plan there. We're at war with both the Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere and the Allies. So I'm thinking we'll focus on the Allies and the Germans can focus on the Japanese, maybe, if that's how that goes. But the Germans already have tons of divisions in Russia and in Central Asia, so we'll just let them handle that. So that's the plan for now. Here's some unassigned divisions, some garrison units. Let's send them to our army that's just useful for garrison. Just use them for garrison, and that's the 7th Italian Army. Let's give them all of the ports of North Africa, whatever we control anyway. Just have them watch the ports there. So let's get some garrison area defense set up. Go to Benghazi, for example, to Brook, and maybe Tripoli. Just all the ports in North Africa, please. Just watch those places, as well as Africa in general. They'll be tasked with defending those places. They gotta watch East Africa also. Just defend ports. That's all you gotta do. Defend the ports. And we need a lot more divisions to do this, but whatever. And that's what they're gonna do once we have, well, they're gonna be moving out to go to those places now. And let's unpause now. We're gonna kick the French out of North Africa, hopefully. We're pushing onto Casablanca, which is under the control of the French for now. Free France, to be more accurate. We occupied France a while back. If we take Casablanca, the Allies will have no more port to be able to send troops into North Africa, and the battle will decisively be over there. I think we got some... The Germans may have given us... No, maybe? Oh, no. I'm not sure. I think the Germans gave us expeditionary troops or something. Maybe. I'm thinking that's what happened there. Not sure. But just keep pushing into North Africa here. And we're trying to push the Allies out of the Congo. That's going pretty well because they're encircled, honestly. There's a lot of divisions stuck down there. The entire, that's at least 20-some divisions, isn't it? A lot of bad supply issues down there, but it doesn't matter if we can just get this encirclement done. And we have a few of our units pushing into what is Nigeria, I'm pretty sure. And we just finished researching something related to special forces. Let's now research, let's research paratroopers too. And I wonder if the Germans will be willing to give us any land to look after. Ask for control of state. They say no. Okay, can we get garrison support though? We'll have garrison support from them. They'll allow it. And they gave us 275k manpower. So they provide that now for garrison support. Thank you, Germany. Even though you're fighting on 3 fronts, you're very kind to do that. And let's encircle these American divisions in Casablanca. Well, where is this? In Marikylk in Casablanca, yeah. But the French are also stuck here. A lot of Allied divisions that are just going to be annihilated because they're stuck. And we're almost done with the encirclement in the Congo. The troops here are being destroyed. Those divisions are just disappearing into the Manchukuo claims Indochina. Okay, they're just disappearing because they're being destroyed. We have some American, British, and Portuguese divisions here, like one Belgian one, 2 British, 1 Portuguese. They're gone though, it's going to be over for them. Just push them out and move more into Nigeria maybe. We're not really focusing on West Africa. I was considering to just drive the Allies out there, but it could just be a place they'll be distracted with. And honestly, the attrition there is going to be pretty bad for us. So I think it'd be better for us just to focus on trying to naval invade the UK. And at this time, air-wise, we have tons of planes fighting in the English Channel. We have over 1,000, well, I think so in total, over 1,000 planes just operating in the English Channel and North Sea combined, or near 1,000 anyway. We need some more naval bombers though, maybe, because the US and British fleets are just huge. Here's some troops from the Russian Empire, our puppet. And let's move these divisions of the 8th Italian Army over to the Netherlands, the Low Countries anyway, that general area. And the 8th Italian Army is pretty special because they're made up entirely of foreign divisions from our puppets, or be them expeditionary divisions like the Hungarian divisions in it. And they're mainly just an emergency army, so to speak. We just use them in case there's some huge issue we can't send anyone else to deal with. And national focus we need to do a national focus, do bomber effort. Insufficient resources, let's get resources. We gotta get rubber from where, though? Maybe No, Germany's not going to be able to supply to rubber. Let's maybe just... I don't know, what can we do? What happened in Portugal? The 5th Portuguese Empire. What? Wow. So that happened. Are they part of our faction or no? Maybe they aren't. Can we invite them to the faction? Are they not involved with us? Can the Germans invite them? Okay, never mind. I guess they can't. Let's sign a non-aggression pact with them, though. Get that done. I did not realize the Portuguese had an empire established. I think they were part of our faction at one point. I remember we as in Italy, we navally invaded Portugal and took it back for them at one point, whatever, though. So I guess that's no longer a thing for us. Have some naval battles here, not naval batters. Naval battles there, and we took a few. Well, we took out a destroyer. I'll take that. That's better than nothing. Can we get more planes out here, please? Oh, right. We have too many planes in this airbase. Move some of them out. Then I guess send them up to Holland. Maybe get some more planes in Holland. Actually, get some 100 naval bombers, Sparrow planes. Send them into the North Sea. They're going to focus there, and there they are. So that's good. They're going to focus on that area. And we have all of our fleet. For the most part, the Italian fleet is focused out of the Netherlands at this time. And we're still having some troops push in Africa. We'll push in Nigeria. And I can't believe the Portuguese left our faction. They're still fighting the Allies, though. It's weird. I'm not sure what happened there. But it's whatever. What can we do? Can we fight Norway? Not Norway. I mean, the Germans, I'm surprised the Germans haven't gone into Denmark at this point. They're going to do it eventually. I mean, the Germans may try to attack the countries in Scandinavia. It is 1942. To deal with our resource issues, we may need to construct, like, some synthetic refineries, just so we'll have... Maybe we need rubber. I don't know. We need to do something about this. We don't have... It's not so much an issue with oil. We need more military factories. Honestly, let's build some more military factories. Let's research the stuff for possibly constructing rubber refineries. We need synthetic rubber, is what I'm saying, for our planes to be constructed at a faster rate. We can't trade for anything right now. It's just so difficult. We're getting some trade from Brazil, but it's not very much. So let's maybe research. What is it? Research. Go to industry research. Rubber processing when it's available to us. And once we're done with these French troops, not French, but these, well, yeah, French unit and this few British divisions here, we're going to move all of our army back up to the... Okay, they're done. Let's send all of our units back up to the Netherlands and the Army Group 1, as it's called. Just send them all up there. And that's good. So we have the entire Army Group 1 going to be moved up to the Netherlands, and that's going to be 100 or so divisions. And their plan, our goal for them, is to mainly just have them be used for a naval invasion of the UK, then eventually the United States. We could use them maybe in Asia, but to be honest, there's tons of other Axis divisions there already, and I'm sure to supply that far into Asia, and well, I mean that far into Russia, could be a nightmare possibly with the sheer amount of numbers. I'll consider helping them in a little bit though. And let's withdraw all of our cavalry, not cavalry, but withdraw all of our Air Force. But let me first set up this order for the garrison divisions. Support equipment there, thank you. Okay, never mind. So our garrisons are going to be watching over tons of ports at this point, and we're going to have some divisions ready in the near future, I hope. Some more normal infantry divisions, really. Let's move all of our Air Force now, though. They're going to focus entirely on the North Sea. And here comes all of the Italian Air Force, and we move into, I guess here, yeah, move them into the Netherlands or somewhere. Yeah, send them to Holland. They're going to go all up there. Moving the rest of these planes up here, that's the majority of our Air Force. They're in this huge air base in Tripoli. They're going to be in the Hollands now. Too many planes in Holland, probably. But it's whatever. And any more planes we need to move out? We have a few more, maybe. There's like so few planes there. Move them out of East Africa. Those are some of our starting air wings, too. They're pretty small by my standards. We're usually having like 100 planes to a squadron, but since they were starting starting squadrons, they're just small. And we have a battle going on here with the Portuguese or something. Some convoys are stuck in a battle, whatever. And our units are on their way to their positions. We're going to use the 1st Italian Army for naval invasions, possibly get them set up in Holland. We're going to go through the North Sea area and North Sea in the eastern North Sea. We want to avoid the English Channel. Let's set up these units though, and try to maybe navally invade Hull. Get that ready there. 3 divisions on that. 3 divisions for possibly, for where? For Newcastle. And 3 divisions for, where is this? Well, let's give them 1 armor division, even though our armor divisions aren't that great, honestly. And they're going to be used for a naval invasion for Rosyth, I think it's the name of that place, whatever. And then let's just put a couple other divisions down just to act as support for a couple naval invasion landings. Possible. Actually, no, I don't want to get them encircled. Whatever, though. It would take some time for Army Group 1 to move up from Africa. At least now we basically dominate the Mediterranean. We still don't have control over, say, over the Sardinia and Corsica, but we could actually do something about that very soon. Once the UK falls, we'll definitely move troops there. And our well, not our vassals, our puppets want to call us into a war. Not going to do that right now. And escort carriers, well, we've got to do something with our naval doctrine, fleet and beam. Let's do submarine offensive, get that done. And we have so many divisions that are going to be assembled up here. Man, they're moving fast. They're just getting up there so quickly. Wow. And we have a few divisions that still have to get up there, or no. And the Germans are trying to move into West Africa. We're just leaving them to it. They're on their own with that. Can we get rid of this order? We don't want to mess with this anymore. They're on their own there. Improved computing machine is researched. Now let's start researching, what do we call it? We got to research something else. Let's get rubber processing. Get that done. And we have some naval battle taking place between some German destroyers, 5 German destroyers or cruiser or something. Let's merge this fleet here, these 3 fleets. And we have our massive fleet with our flagship, the pride of the fleet, so to speak. They're going to be doing something. Move reserve fleet 4 of the Holland, and we're going to be ready for our naval invasion soon enough. I'm hoping we will be anyway. There is a chance we may not be able to do it, but how many planes are up in the sky at this point in the English Channel? How many planes? Okay, that's a lot of planes. We need more planes. Alright, let's move some planes. Let's just keep all these planes on standby until the naval invasion is ready. Are these guys ready? They need naval superiority, okay. We have naval superiority in the eastern North Sea. We need naval superiority in the North Sea itself. So let's actually send out all of our planes, focus entirely on the North Sea. Let's set up this order to go automatically if we should get naval superiority. Now, let's also send all of our planes away from the English Channel, what we have there. And we had some naval bombers. And we lost some submarines and destroyers to some naval bombers. That's not good. Can we research any more naval bomber tech? Need to do that, maybe? Okay, good. We have some research buff for that. So let's get Naval Bomber 2, I think it's called. Get this Savoia Marchetti SM-89. Let's research that. And we're going to focus all of our planes into the North Sea right now and try to dominate the sky over there. I know it's enough to maybe secure a victory for our Navy and for the Air Force and the Navy, so that we can set up a naval invasion. That is the plan there. There's so many bombers there, it has to make a difference, hopefully. So they're moving in, and the order has been set. How's the Air Force doing? Are they ready to go? Okay, they're going now. We have the naval invasion underway. The British were not ready for our shock attack with all of our planes. We won a battle there, and there's tons of fighting going on in the North Sea with the Italian Navy and the Italian Air Force. Our troops are heading into the British Home Isles now. The Italian naval invasion is taking place. We hope we can land successfully. There's tons of divisions involved here. That's 3 divisions running into 1 defending division there. The Sudanese Colonial Division, whatever. Hope to overwhelm them. And there's nothing in Scotland here in Lothian, that state in particular. We have some unassigned divisions. They're from Russia. Get them here. Good. We're just going to flood in once we have a successful naval invasion landing. There we are. Got to flood in with troops. Good. So, first army. Well, no. Send in the second army. Okay, they're not up there yet. Who's up here then? Okay, send in the 3rd Italian army. They're going to go into Rosyth and just flood in. Just take as many provinces as you can, please. Just flood into the area. Overwhelm any defenses the British may have. And if we can just deal this huge blow to the Allies, that would be great for Italy and for the Axis. Take any ports you can to deny the enemy any kind of possible reinforcement points. And that's what we're doing now. Moving to Armored Division. Their speed does make a difference. I think they're slightly faster than the infantry division, maybe? Or no, I think they're slower. Whatever. At least we have some armor. And we took this port here, keep flooding in with troops. Let's send in the 4th Army. They're going to go Italian 4th Army, who was originally stationed in Italian East Africa. They're going to go up to Scotland and try to take over all of Scotland now. Well, up to Aberdeen and Inverness and Scapa get near it. Take Stornoway, though, all those places. Just flood into England, flood into Britannia. Just overwhelm the British troops there, and any backup they get from the Allies. Flood in, keep pushing. Also, if we get an air base here, take advantage of that. As soon as we have naval superiority, well, let's also move in this division here. Maybe once we capture that port, if we can pull it off, I don't know. Get this last province here. Do that. Keep overwhelming the opponent. Keep pushing. Just push hard as possible. Move the entire 3rd Army. They're going to focus on England. Push down to London, please. If they get any more backup, they're also going to focus on pushing into London. Overwhelm the enemy. That's all you got to do, guys. All you got to do. Some guys lost ground. It's whatever. Push up here, please. Advance into Scotland. And the English are pushing back against us. That's not ideal, obviously, but let's try again with these naval invasions. Can we use the... Okay, never mind. Whatever. Keep overwhelming the enemy, though. That is the plan for our advance. The 1st Army is going to be sent in now in bulk if they can't pull off that naval attack. Okay, forget it. Sending these troops here. Never mind. But whatever. We're going to have tons of troops flooding in to the British Isles. Well, into England. Just overwhelm the enemy's lines, get to Newcastle, all that fun stuff. And let's now instead send the entire 1st Army into Britain, because their naval invasions outside Rosyth have not gone very well. Flood into this area, go for London, or near London, whatever. At least capture Birmingham. Not Birmingham, what am I saying? And also get air innovations 2 done. And what else? There's just so much to focus on. Come on. Let's get Mountain Infantry 3. We're not really but we have Alpino divisions that might be useful. We have a couple garrison divisions ready. Give them to the 7th Army, who specializes in that. Well, they're assigned to that role. And what else do we need to do? We're losing trains to enemy logistics airstrikes. Once these divisions we need get into Britannia, get into Britain, we're going to back up as many divisions as possible. Keep pushing, please. What are you guys doing? Advance. Take them out. We need air support, don't we? I think we need air support. Do we have any airports up here? Maybe we do, maybe we don't. Is there any air support? Okay, we have a port. I mean, we have 1 air base there. Moving some fighters and 1 squadron of air support. And they're going to back up our units that are trying to advance here. They're focusing on close air support and air superiority. That's all they got to do. Just push out the British. That's only 12 fighters. We put like the worst. Okay, forget that then. Move them back to Europe. And that's done. So send one fighter up here. Move them into Scotland. Well, Northern England airspace. Fight the British there in the skies. Try to push out their units. Take the rest of Scotland, please. Deny them any kind of air bases up here. And we got to keep sending in planes. There's the... Okay, send more planes into Scotland then, evidently. Move these close air support squadrons into England. Have them fight over Northern England with the rest of the planes we have there. And their goal is quite simple. Focus on trying to capture, well, dominate the skies of Northern England to try and push forward. Push down to Liverpool, please. And I think the Axis is I mean, I think Germany's helping us out a little bit here. Let's take this place here in the Scottish Highlands. Keep advancing. Take that airbase. Just keep taking everything the British have up here. And keep pushing. We got to occupy all of Scotland. That's the plan anyway. Just push as hard as we can. Let's get the... which division now? Get the 2nd Army. They're so far away. They're taking so long to get there. Who else is still in reserve? Let's send in the 5th Italian Army then. They're going to go into England now and push down to London with the rest of the armies here. That's like 3 armies at this point in... well, 4 armies at this point in England. And if we can just take out the British out of this war, that would be a huge blow to the Allies, which is what we want to happen. They need to lose ground. And we are receiving some resistance here as we try to push into Scotland, use force attack. And the 4th Army has a bunch of colonial divisions, which is not really our best division template, but it's whatever. Overwhelm the enemy, please. We're trying to do that. Capture a hole here. Try to capture whatever we can. Send some more more air support into Britain, maybe. Fight for Northern England. Need more fighters. We need more fighters for sure here. Is there any planes we haven't made? We need more air wings, obviously. Naval bombers, get them set up. Fight in the English Channel. Fight in whatever place. Naval strike there. Get some more... Okay, no, never mind. And let's go to this airbase, get some more fighters. Any fighters we can move? We gotta get a new squadron. We'll get a pre-existing squadron, move them up to Scotland, and have them fight in Northern England for air superiority. That's going to be done. We have more close air support now in Northern England. I think we're dominating the skies now. So we have air superiority, and that is very important to have. In Hearts of Iron 4, we have someone trying to encircle our troops. Stop it. Stop doing that, please. Don't break them off. Don't encircle them. It's mean. And we got to get some units here moved to the 8th Italian Army. Some units from Russia, some division they made. Thank you, Russia. Take Stornoway, free military factories, make more guns, make all the guns. We need more artillery as well, I think. Need plenty of artillery pieces, because our divisions run off of artillery. Well, they have tons of artillery they use in the template anyway. We had one division get encircled. Great, that wasn't ideal. Push into Liverpool, please. Defeat the enemy troops here. They're trying to push us back. I know they are. It's not working, though. We just need to dominate the skies even more. We need to take their airports. Let's actually do this just to make it easier for us. Let's level up this airbase here. Just, where is it? It's 8. We need to build an airbase in Lothan. Build it up a little bit as fast as possible. 15 factories are going to work on building up the airbase in Lothian, so we can just have tons of planes belonging to Italy, flood into Britain, and try to dominate the skies so that we can push down faster and harder. And I don't know how long that's going to take, but that will be ready to go at some point. It's going to take them until June 1942 to get that complete. I think one stage of it. We have to keep improving that airbase, though. Keep pushing here, push toward Hull. We have 3 armies. Let's now move in the what? The 8th Italian Army. They're going to push into England along with everyone else. And that air support does make a difference. The English are unable to stop our advance, really, our offensive. The 8th Italian Army is going to go into England now. The unassigned divisions, they're in, well, let's give them to the garrison force, the 7th Italian Army. Actually, no. What do we do with them? Give them to the 3rd Italian Army, maybe, who needs more divisions. They already have a few expeditionary divisions anyway, I think. Keep pushing down south. The English are getting overwhelmed pretty hard. Move the 4th Italian Army down south to help them out. And let's actually do this at this point, because it's just getting a little confusing with these battle lines here. So let's actually assign all of Army Group 1 onto an offensive line into London and Dover. So just push down there, push as hard as we can with all of our divisions belonging to Italy. Basically 100 or so divisions are going to flood down into southern England. Now let's get this artillery researched, please. We're overwhelming the British here. Swansea is going to be ours. Wrexham has fallen. It's fallen. What am I saying? There's just so much to keep up with. Cardiff. Get Cardiff. And then get Bristol, maybe. We are missing some equipment research production. Never mind, it just disappeared. And we have some free dockyards. What are we using for? I mean, build more convoys, maybe? We have plenty of convoys, but we need more, probably. And we may also need to naval invade Ireland at some point. Not entirely sure what to do there. But just keep pushing the British back. And once they capitulate, that will be a huge blow to the British and the Allies. And then once we're done with the British, we'll invade. We're going to try to invade the USA. And I will say, for the record, well, this has happened in this playthrough. Mexico was Catholic Mexico. They formed their own faction called the Hispanic Alliance. They got into a war with the Allies, and their faction, along with their own country, got puppeted by the Allies. They lost the war with the Allies. So yeah, we got to face Mexico along with the United States and Canada once we try to take North America. I'm just going to say that. That's going to make that more challenging, probably. So keep pushing into England. We're going to get to London and Dover very soon, which should be enough to win the war, I hope. Let's move our planes down south more, maybe. Let's research basic amphibious tractor. I think that's what it said. Amtrak, that type of stuff. Bessarabia wants to join a war, I think. We said no. Move these planes down now into southern England and provide air support. Take this one group off a naval strike. Okay, that's a naval bomber, yeah. Keep them on naval strike. What am I doing? Move these planes down into southern England. Thank you. Oh, there's a huge air base here. Never mind. So this war is practically over. Push here. Let's actually move some planes over across the channel. Move them into England. Set them up in this air base and just flood into Yorkshire. Well, flood. Well, they're going to be in Yorkshire, but they're going to attack the skies of southern England. Close air support, naval strike. Use port strike for the naval bombers. Just take out the British here. The fall of London has occurred, and the Italian forces have achieved a grand victory for Mussolini. The Italian troops have taken that very important city. Keep pushing though. We got to get Dover, and we got to get Norwich. Every place we need. We need more war square maybe. So keep pushing. Those planes are going to come in soon. And I think the 4th Army lost a few divisions maybe. Oh well. Did our naval bombers get moved? Maybe they did. I'm not sure. Naval bombers, focus on where they're at. How many do we have over here now that are doing stuff? So we have the move these planes here. Do port strike, I guess in London? I don't know. Do naval strike actually. That's going to be done with those naval bombers. And I'm glad we made all those naval bombers, because they do come in handy when it comes to fighting against the British. How's the Italian Navy faring, I wonder? Have they taken any damage? Not really. They're still pretty much alive, because they're being supplemented by those naval bombers, I guess. But the British are going to be out of this war pretty soon, out of World War II. Their participation is going to be over. Missing equipment production. What are we missing? We need to build anti-tank, and the United Kingdom has capitulated. Wow, that's pretty bad. That's not a very big stockpile at all. That's pretty sad for a huge empire, but whatever. And I guess now we got to go to America, to the USA, somehow. That's going to be a problem, though, because they have all of Central America, they have all the Mexican Republic, they have the Dominican Republic, and we don't have anything there. So I'm going to have to think about what we had to do there. So, yeah, that's a problem. I guess we could naval invade London. We could do that in the meantime. Not sure how the Allies will defend that one. The Latin bloc has been formed by nationalist Spain. Okay, they may form a faction with the Portuguese, possibly. Sure. And the Dutch Reich declared war on the Netherlands. Okay. And I think that's a puppet of... That is Right Commissariat Netherlands? Okay, I'm confused. Rexus Belgium declared war on Belgium. Right Commissariat Nederland did something. That's Right Commissariat Belgium. And now the Germans have the Right Commissariat. Focus done, evidently. But let's win this battle here in Portsmouth. Win that. Win this. Well, yeah, let's drive the Allies out here. Send them packing. And I do not know how we're going to get to the... Get to the Americas. That's going to be the real challenge. I guess we could naval invade the Irish. We'll get that done. Let's move these. Okay, they're engaged in combat. Never mind. So they're doing that. How are they winning? What's going on, really? That's a huge task force battle. Let's maybe repurpose some of our planes. Send some naval bombers away from there. Send them, I suppose, to the North Sea. 300 naval bombers for our Navy to try and fight the British. We have some volunteers from the Spanish, maybe, or we don't. That didn't work out. Whatever. Unassigned divisions. A bunch of infantry divisions. Good. Let's put them in our armies that need new divisions, like the 1st Army, who had quite a few of their units encircled. Well, they had one division get encircled, but it's whatever. And, okay, so let's get set up to navally invade Ireland, I suppose. Move these ships here. I mean, have the 1st Army handle it. We have so many ports we could just land at. Let's land 3 divisions at maybe Belfast and 3 divisions at Dublin, if possible. That's the plan. And I guess maybe if we capitulate the Irish and get them out of the conflict, we could use their country as a naval base, essentially, for our plans to attack more Allied territory, basically. And let's move the 2nd Army here. Once the divisions of the 1st Army land in Ireland, we'll move some units there. And how is the Navy doing here? Let's move them into... Oh, how did that naval battle go? Did we win? Yeah, that was pretty brutal. We had tons of naval bombers. The Italian Navy, along with the Italian Air Force, sunk a British aircraft carrier, a British battleship, a British heavy cruiser, and 1 British destroyer. So they lost a lot of ships there, the British did. Let's move the Italians' 1st Squadron. They're going to go into the... What is this? This is... Get rid of their regions, redo their orders, move into the western approaches. They're going to be there now. Establish naval superiority, please. Let's also move our naval bombers into the western approaches as well, because they're not really needed in the North Sea and the English Channel anymore, with the British being out of the war. And the provisional government of the independent state of Croatia, they're not ready yet, and I think nationalist Spain is going to help the Portuguese in their combat, in their conflict with the Allies. Yeah, they're now both in the Latin bloc faction together as fascist countries in Iberia. That's happening. Free military factories. I guess Let's build some more guns. That works. I'm going to end... Let me end... What am I going to say? I'm going to end part 11 here of my Italy playthrough in Hearts of Iron 4. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Have an awesome day. I'll see y'all later.